y'all like my son's tree. He loves the Grinch. He watches it year round. His favorite. Anyways, hey y'all, what's up? um, Today was a tribute to the Troop match. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I watched a tribute to the Troops match. I don't know if they had one last year. I don't think if they did. I don't think it was here in the States. I think it might have been overseas. Not sure. I honestly, excuse me. A lot has happened in wrestling in the past year. 16 in the past year and a half I've been watching. It's a lot for a fan, so I can only imagine what it's like for someone that works either HR, does the business side, the interviewing side, or they're one of the superstars, because I've been trying to figure out my dad's schedule from day to day. Like when people's like, I got a manager, something. I was like, why you need a manager? Like certain people that's in it. But now I understand. You need a manager or assistant or something. Like the hell, it wouldn't even be so much for like my home life. I'm good. I could do that. I'm only home 1.5, 2 days a week. It'd be for, okay, where am I going next? Because sometimes I lose my head if it wasn't attached. I ain't even gonna hold you. Where am I going next? Oh, I thought that was, because knowing me, I mess around and drive to the wrong city, and then they be like, calling me like, where you at? And I be like, oh, I'm at such. And they'll be like, we supposed to be there tomorrow. And I'm like, whoa, well, take me off the list. If I was supposed to wrestle today, take me off the list, okay? Because I'm not driving back. Just put in a vacation day. Like, that's how bad sometimes it be. Like, if it's not in my phone, and it's important it's not in my phone, or I know I will be able to remember it, like the stuff in my, I ain't gonna remember it. Anyways, today, Tribute to Treats was good. It was better, honestly, than what I thought it was gonna be. I do think that if they would have had the man, or excuse me, or if they would have had Seth, or if they would have had Jey, then it would have been like top level for the Troops, because they was singing the man's song before, and then you guys said Jey was, hey, and all this. Like, I speaking of Jey, I've seen that he put on, I'm still calling it Twitter, okay? I saw that he put on Twitter or X or whatever, yeet. So that whole situation with that guy that trademarked the word to use as merchandise, when the Usos and them in the hood been saying it for years. It's smart business wise, but if it was a case for that and he typed that because they won, or WWE paid the fine, or the judge was like, okay, they've been using this before, you just trademarked it, they still can use it, you just gotta buy, they could use it for this, but you can use it for other stuff, and that's good for him. You know, I tweeted back, was like, if this is a case situation, I'm glad. Not like you're gonna read my tweets because I'm just a regular person, but I was like, if this is, tell your brother to come out with no yeet shirts. I was like, so I could buy a yeet shirt for my son from you, and a no yeet shirt for me. It's like, and those who are wrestling fans and watch it get it, and those who don't watch it won't get it. But it's fine. Like, what's some stuff that people do or you do is not meant to be understood, and I got something in mind. What is that? Sorry. So the thing started with, what is their name, Lord? I ain't even gonna hold you. I haven't listened to country consecutively in a while, so I don't know. War and Treaty, something like that, is the name of the country group. Which I'm excited that more of us are getting into country, because we the originators. y'all know, Chuck Berry was the father of country music. So it's good to see more of us and other people of color get into it. Um, I didn't know who they were, but I haven't lived in Nashville in 9 years. So I lived there for a year and a half. And with his dad playing for country artists and stuff like that, rock artists, I knew every country single out. Like, I actually watched the Country Music Awards that year. And my sister was like, I don't know. And I knew every song. And some of the songs are good. Like, contemporary country is like with Shania Twain is one of the god moms of, you want to, what'd you say? It's crossover. It gives you a little bit of, because like they say blues and country are like siblings in R&B. So it gives you that feel. So contemporary country gives you, it could very much well be translated into somebody singing it and it be an R&B hit. Like that's what contemporary country gives. That's what I'm here for. Like I can't get with that bluegrass type. I'm not a bluegrass type girl. Okay. Mm-mm. So anyways, yeah, they sounded good. It opened with them, and then it was Karrion and Bobby, right? JBL was there instead of Corey. I'm just assuming that. Honestly, I thought he was gonna be there because Pennsylvania ain't that far from Rhode Island. But and the only reason why I know Pennsylvania is because I used to watch Total Divas. So yeah, so but he wasn't. So I'm assuming holidays. Him and Mela are take care of the new baby, stuff like that, like and things like that. So which is cool. Like do what you do. Family come first. Like that's part of the reason why I don't do certain stuff because my baby upstairs comes up first. He gets on my nerves a lot of times, but I'll drop any and everything when it comes to that one. Um, but yeah, so they sang. Bobby came out first. Out that was the match I was looking forward to. No, take it back. I take it back. It was Dragon Lee and Santos, and Dragon Lee was like this. They said something about him being his most important 24 hours of his life. And I'm like, wouldn't that be crazy if he won the match and then went to go win the title against Dominic? And then I was like, Santos people's booing him. I still like Santos. I don't care what nobody says. Santos is one of those people, heel or face, I love him. It's just like Sheamus for me. Heel or face, I don't know. And I don't even know why I like Sheamus as a heel or face. But it's certain people, like, love him. People love him or hate him. I don't care if they're a good guy or bad guy. Like, love them. Um, Yeah, so he came out. I loved the new heel look with the hair down. Um, my Galaxy concert, I volunteered. Um, I love yeah, I love the old song coming out, and then Dragon came out. I love his theme song, and I was like, well, if this is gonna be, I was like, it's gonna be a good match, but Santos gonna win. Like we got to repeat. Come on, HBO Max, what are you doing? We got a repeat of like this is basically a repeat of Survivor Series. Like we know who's going to win. We already know. It'll be a surprise if Dragon Lee won, because then technically, if you go based off of pay-per-views in the past, as far as like Raw and SmackDown, Dragon Lee should have won to make it him more formidable opponent, make him look like a more formidable opponent to dominate. In the past, that's they always make the person that's going into like Survivor Series or Elimination Chamber win. But I've always been arguing that They shouldn't do that. Like, make it be more realistic or make it be more interesting that everybody that has a match Friday night shouldn't win and then go to the match Saturday night. I like it so, like, if some of y'all lose Saturday night, Friday night, then then you have the audience guessing. Like, okay, are they able to win? Are they able to conquer this person? Whatever. And I've said that multiple times. And I was like, then if they win, it'd be a surprise to everybody. Like, I feel like the pop would be bigger. You know what I'm saying? Versus, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, eyelashes. And my eyelashes not even that long. I can't. Sorry. So, ooh, I don't know what is going on with my eye. But, yeah, so not that long. Then I'm getting got band-aid residue on my arm. I took my band-aids off and they drew my blood and got a flu shot and it's a mess. Okay, so yeah, and it make it more fun. So then Dominic comes out, his music, people boo him. The crowd cheering boo was so loud. I was like, he ain't even say nothing this time. Like, he's become the number one heel in sports entertainment that he ain't even gotta say nothing no more. Like, they just gonna boo him off the rip. Like, they just booed the hell out of him. Like, came out with the little smirk. And I was like, Santos is cute. I always said that. I like Dominic. The older he gets, he's cute. Or I guess he's maturing to his face. And so Santos won, like we said. He gave his little petty clap. And then he has to fight Dragon Lee tomorrow. I'm gonna watch the match, okay? Because I'm watching Deadline. But the main two matches I wanted to see was Dragunov and Baron, and then Wesley and Dominic. And I'm still upset for him that he has to get the surgery and be out 8 to 12 months because he said he's the greatest North American champion ever. I concur. I totally agree with that. And it'd been nice to see him get in his bag into wrestling and win that back or whatever. Cause they did my man's trick dirty. As far as him, what was it? He only had it for 2 days. They did him worse than they did Jey and Cody with a 9 days jump. And then Solo, I'm not even gonna get into that because every time I bring up him in North American Championship, I get pissed off. So, but yeah. So then after that, it was them showing flashbacks of the troops and stuff. I was like, they was going to Iraq a lot, but I forgot that was right after 9/11. So of course, um, that's part of it. Had everybody scared over here. That's part of the reason why I didn't even go study abroad. And the place I wanted to study abroad at was nowhere near the Middle East. Like, I wanted to go study abroad at Spain in college. And my dad is normally the laid back one. He's not like, yeah, baby, like, go for it. Do what you want to do. Live your life. My mom is the more cautious one. My whole mom's side of the family worries about any and everything. Okay? I try not to inherit that gene. I ain't got time. Because you going to do what you want to do regardless. You know what I'm saying? So just worry enough to look out for yourself. Like, watch your back. But not to be scared to hold you back from stuff. If that makes sense. So, yeah, my mom was like, yeah, go do it, which I was surprised. My dad was like, no, it's a war over there. I'm like, it's like, you not my child not going on there. I'm like, it's in Spain. Like, but, so then it was Bobby, my arm is hurting. Then it was Bobby and, Karrion. That was the match I was looking forward to tonight. And, Bobby had on the gear that Miss Sandra had made. And honestly, I thought he was going to have on some type of green or something since he used to be in the army. I didn't know he was so high ranked in the army. Like, I didn't know he was up. He was a sergeant. Like, I didn't know that. I just thought he did his time and that was it. Um, and then Karrion came out, and then the commentator had threw shade and was like, he ain't wrestled since August. He was like, AJ got injured. He ain't wrestled August. And I was like, dang. And I was like, why he say that? Like, he ain't had to do that man like that. But then I was like, honestly, I think his story was with AJ. And because AJ had got injured, like, now it's like, okay, we didn't have a backup plan for him. What are we going to do with him? So I'm assuming that he does a lot of house shows, but he hasn't been on TV. I can't believe it's been 4 months, but time goes like this. Like, the first 3 months of the year always drag by, right? It's like starting a treadmill. The first three months of the year drag by. March get here. Then from March to June, it kind of gets medium speed. It gets a little bit faster once you get to like July, August, and then once September get here, it be like this. It's like you running 30 pace on the tread, like you jogging for your life, like. Cause to me, Thanksgiving and Halloween was still last week. Like, that's crazy. um, ooh, my nail itch. So that's the one I wanted to see. People's like, if Bobby don't win this match, no. I low-key was going for Karrion. Just because he hasn't been on TV for a while and I wanted to see him get a chance at something. Like, but then I'm torn because I was sitting there arguing down like, Bobby's been on Smackdown since September and we only see him be in 3 matches. Like, honestly, the women in the bloodline been taking over SmackDown. Which I ain't mad at the women taking over SmackDown. Like, I ain't mad at it. But that brings me to my point of CM Punk when he was talking and he was shooting shots fired at Roman, shots fired at Seth, shots fired at KO. Like, he had a promo that would have people talking for a while. Excuse me. And and people's like, oh, I like it and stuff like that. But I was like, should he try to sign the SmackDown? And a lot of people was cheering. And then I was sitting there thinking, I said, with Randy being there, he would just add to the bloodline story. But I wouldn't mind CM Punk being there. And I'm saying that because Raw is good on its own. Like, the men's division is great. The storylines there are great. It's layers. If one person or one group of people are gone, it doesn't negate from the fact of the other layers, if that makes sense. Like, if the Judgment Day don't show up on TV on Monday Night Raw, you still got like Cody and Shinsuke, you still got Ivar and Bronson, you still got Seth and whoever he chooses, you still got Jey and Drew. Like, you still have storylines. It's multiple. If the bloodline is gone from SmackDown, you really ain't got nothing, to be honest. Because I'm like, Santos, who else is he gonna argue with? Like, he done fought Joaquin, he done fought Dragon Lee. Then you got who else? The Street Profits. But what other tag team or group are they gonna fight? Like, CM, for that reason, I feel like CM Punk needs to be over there with Randy. But I feel like him spitting these promos like he is, he just need to be a free agent and bounce between the two. And where is Omos at? Like, has he been off working on his wrestling, doing dark matches? Because I had mentioned when the people got fired, I was like, I can understand certain people getting fired from a fan perspective. But then I was like, some people don't need to be fired. They just need to be taken off the main roster and then go back into developmental and get their training together. Like when I had said something like that about Omos, and I said he would be great, but he can't train with the same people that some of them people train with. Because he's a big guy, he needs to be training with like a Kane, an Undertaker, someone with stature that knows, so that he can, pick up on moves, or he can bounce ideas off of them because they're the same height. They know what it's like to be tall and big guys. Or like I don't know how versatile he is athletically. Like, is he versatile like an Ivar KO? Like, he could do a moonsault. He could also do like a cannonball. Like, how versatile is he? And then like Zaya Lee been on Raw and NXT for like 2 months, and that's it. We ain't hear from her. Whatever. But yeah, like I said, I think SmackDown, even though with the promos he should be in both, but SmackDown, Raw's holding it down. Raw got it. The women got it. They got their beef. You know what I'm saying? The tag team women and SmackDown, but the tag team champ title should be like Chelsea and Piper should be on both divisions. But right now, I feel like with the story with Damage Control, they just need to keep the tag team titles for women over there on Raw, because that's layers to that. Even though it's only been a year and a half, I feel like they're gonna kick Bayley out either at Royal Rumble Elimination Chamber. Um, what else? Yeah, he came out talking his smack. Then Charlotte came out versus Asuka. They was talking about this is Royal Rumble WrestleMania match. I don't know which WrestleMania match it was because it wasn't last year's. So if it was prior to that, and I've only seen that one with Charlotte, and then I saw the triple threat match with her, Ronda, and Becky. I don't know no other WrestleMania matches with Charlotte in it. Like, not negating that they weren't good, but like I said, I've only been watching bits and pieces until a year and a half ago, and I started back watching faithfully. So the fact that the whole first of all, how you say that girl name? Kyrie's look backstage, okay, was everything. Giving. You hear me? Her look was everything. Love Asuka's makeup, and the fact that she does it by herself. Like, that's real artistic. Then when they came out, I like Charlotte's thing with the cones. I'm hungry. I ain't ate since. I don't think I really ate today. I'm gonna heat up my dinner I ate last night. I gotta make some more side dishes. Sorry, y'all. I'm thinking about, cause I made baked pork chops yesterday, but we done ate all the sides. But I still got pork chops left. I might just eat it with a salad. Call it a day, cause I don't feel like cooking it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah. So. Yeah. Her her robe is, pointed. It was cute. Oscar's makeup was cute. Damage Control came out. Michin and Zelina came out. I said, okay, because I was like, who is that? Before they said Zelina's name, I knew she was Zelina. First of all, the outfit was everything, but it's because she's shorter than the rest of them. And then Michin, and you could tell by the blue and the black. I wonder what color she uses in her hair. And how often she has to color it. Or is it a wig? I don't know. But if that's color, how often do you have to do that? Speaking of color, I seen that Jey had recolored the back of his hair, and I'm so thankful for that. Whoever did that, because it was fading out to gray. And I was saying that for the last 3 weeks. Like, y'all not gonna hook my man's hair up. Like, it's not even blue no more. Like, I was like, y'all got stylists in the back. Y'all got a barber and y'all got cosmetologists Why ain't nobody like say like, hey, you want me to touch up your color? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm different because the cosmetologist and me, okay, so you know Instagram and Snapchat and stuff gives you stuff based off of what you watch, and I love nail pictures because I always get designs and stuff from that. How I do get my nails done, but I get a lot of hair videos too. People getting like silk presses and stuff, and people like, ooh, it's so pretty, and I be like, y'all not gonna like cut her hair? Y'all don't see all that's damaged? And then if someone was like, it's good, like this much was damaged. They cut like this much. And I be looking like y'all could cut some more of her hair off. Cause what good is your hair if you get split ends all the way to the root? Then you gonna be having hair falling out. Like, and I know people want to keep hair for length, but health is better than length. Because what good is length if half your hair is thin or fried out, burnt, it don't look right when you straighten it. It's going to end up creating bald spots because you got so many split ends that's hitting to the root. Like, it just irks my nerves. Like, no, no. Then yeah, whole tangent. So Bianca and them came out. Cody had came out. That's what I forgot. Came out. First of all, when Bobby won the match, I was like, oh, he won. Then I was like, oh, he got to fight Santos. That's gonna be an interesting match. Then it was Montez coming out like this for me. And it was like he performs at he went to the Marines right after um high school, and I just remember reading about him that he had a track scholarship and hurt his leg or something like that. And I was like, that's crazy. Like he spent 4 years there. So I think one of his kids or both or his kids, I think the thing is once you spend a certain amount of time here, you get money for either you to go back to school or you can use it on your kids. But what's crazy to me is like I be thinking stuff like, so what was the journey after you left there? Did you go straight to Florida and like go try out? Like people's journeys are interesting to me. Not like it's cool to see who they are now and how they became like, but how you got to there is more interesting to me because like you and I both might be WWE superstars, but your path to get here is different from mine, and it's like interesting to. That's why I like I say, y'all know I love production, behind the scenes stuff. That's why I love like certain documentaries or like when Nicki Minaj used to have them things on MTV, her behind the scenes of like her recording like the first Pink Friday or her going on tour. Like I'll sit there and watch it. Like it's interesting to me, like people's concepts and trains of thoughts and stuff like that. Like because how I would have done it would have been different from how they done it. So it's just I don't know. I'm just and I'm nosy too, so I'm just inquisitive stuff. I'm just inquisitive like that. But what else after that? Nothing playing silk if you outside by neighbors. So Steph came out and somebody was like, he looks great, and they was like, he looks so good in a suit. Somebody said, and they was like, if he had the black hair, and I said, listen, okay, so, not Seth, sorry, Cody. Cody with the black hair, his natural hair was everything, okay? And the suit, he wears a suit all the time. Like, he looks great in a suit. You could tell he wears it often. Just like Montez, when I was like, people wear certain suits, you could tell that they either grew up in like church or going to certain functions or stuff like that. I said, because it looks natural on him, it fits well. And she liked him in a suit. I liked when he comes out with the pullover hoodie thing with no sleeves and the sweatpants. Like And I think I prefer that is because we see him in a suit all the time. Like if we were to see him in the sweatpants look all the time and he would have came out of the suit, I'd be like, okay. Like, but it's because we don't see it. And then yeah, so after that they told Bayley not to come out. They all came out, they all got jumped. And then Asuka versus Charlotte, and Charlotte has one of the cleanest moonsaults ever. And I said that, but this time it didn't land as well, and she twisted her ankle or whatever. Um, and then Bayley came out and helped Asuka, and Asuka was like, but then when she went to go hit Asuka, she hit Bayley instead, and she couldn't do the figure eight, and then Asuka pinned her. But I was like, even if Bayley wasn't out there, if Charlotte was hurt, I saw Asuka winning that match anyway. But from Twitter, somebody was like, did Cole say Charlotte just sold that? Like Charlotte is selling his match or something like that? And I was like, ooh, I hope not. So, my hair is a mess. Speaking of cotton salty hair, I'm about to take this out. Look, you can see the grays. They're all in the middle. So then, I'm about to do that now. What happens after that? They show KO coming out talking, like answering CM Punk for a sec after he done shot all them shots. And ooh, Jesus. And then what else did they show? They showed him talking to Cody, and he was like, my friend Cody, and I forgot they were over at AEW together, because I was like, Cody friends with everybody. Cody is friends with everybody. You hear me? You know, like that one person in school that know everybody in school. They nice to everybody. Look at my grade. They're nice to everybody at school, like everybody, and they know everybody. Everybody know them. That's Cody. Everybody, don't nobody got no real beef with them, except for Shinsuke. That's because he crazy. Like, he basically doing what Karrion was doing in Raw. I mean, Smackdown. He doing that in Raw. No, H-Town. Somebody rocking, knocking up boots. I'm trying to take the other side of his hair out, but I think I done tangled it trying to take it out. Ooh, my hair. Y'all, I'm setting it free. It's a mess because it look. This should be one of the songs they played in the club, Rocking the Boots, towards when they started the slow jams, when they be like, all right, after they played all this, you be on there grinding, people trying to get with people. Ooh, I missed that. Until like, almost 20 years ago since I've been a freshman in school. In college, almost. Yeah, so then it was, oh, and then it was the bit with Randy. Yeah, I had to take my hair out. Okay, so then it was the bit with Randy with, him saying, he was like, he read the check, and Nick was like, this is 100. I told you 50. He was like, this is for something, but in the future. And I said, my man's gonna get fined tonight. Watch. That reminds me of when they were talking about the Kings of Comedy was talking about how they used to have to pay the fine of like $10,000 for smoking cigars in the stadiums at every stadium they went to. So they was like, we would just pay it at every stadium because we knew we was gonna smoke like cigars. And then Steve was talking about how Bernie went to go talk to um, one of the people that was doing the fine. They was like, all right, don't worry about it. um, what else? So, I should go back and watch his old Def Comedy Jam jump. I ain't scared of you, mother. Oh man, he was a gem. Just like R-Truth is with Judgment Day. But oh, and then who fought? It was Solo and Jimmy versus RKO and um LA Knight. I'm sorry, they playing my song. That's why it froze. They playing Beauty by Drew Hill. But yeah, so um when they came out, when Solo's song came out, that's my song. I already say that. I was like, hey, I'll be over here jamming. So he came out. Jimmy over the side, Papa. I said, okay. I said, that'd have been me. But I would have went all out with it. I was like, I can't. I said, that bass line go hard, okay? And he came out. Oh, before that, Randy was upset because he was like, I didn't ask for. I was like, he wanted to be a handicap match. So, I didn't even call my all the curls. Curls. Um, so, yeah, so them two, they fought. And then Jimmy, they were standing in a ring. And I said, Solo and Jimmy look more like twins than Jey and Jimmy do right now. And then I was like, them genetics is strong. But to keep it real, Randy, they show like his father and his grandfather, all three of them look like triplets. Like, I don't know. His mom was basically the carrier. Like, she just carried him. It looked like his dad said, copy paste. Like, I was like, God dang. Like, you ain't got to worry about what you gonna look like when you get older. Look at your daddy. Like, it's crazy. And to me, like, Jimmy looks like his dad when he was a little heavier. But like, to me, his swag and stuff is his dad. And certain faces, I was like, ooh, like it's just crazy. Cause my mom, people say I look like my mom but lighter, and I don't see it. But well, some photos I do, but most of the time I don't see it at all. Um, so Jimmy started it, and I said, why Jimmy start this match? They should let Solo start it against Randy. I was like, this man, he is getting body. Then, of course, LA tried to hot fight. I play DJ play a love song by Jamie Foxx. Beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Okay, so yeah, so then Randy was looking like, I don't need your help, whatever. But it was the fact when Solo was in the ring and Jimmy was trying to interfere. And he on the side of the ring after he interfered. He doing the backhand bounce and stuff. And then he bucking at the audience. And I was like, what is wrong with him? Like, bruh. And I was like, have he been doing this since he done broke apart from his brother? Because I'd have been here just for that. Like, forget the rest of the matches. Give me like 20 minutes of that. Because I'd have been weak. You hear me? I was like, what is going on over there? Oh my gosh. I just wonder, like, since him and his brother have been apart for, what has it been, 2 or 3 months? And they've been together from birth up until now, basically. Like, even with them having wives and living probably in 2 different cities or whatever, they're still with each other 3-4 days a week. Same brand, same. So how does it feel for both of them to be separate, especially Jey? And I only say because he's over there by himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got these brothers, the Uso. I meant the New Day. They all close. But like, at least Jimmy has Solo. You know? So like Friday after today, them two could get in the car, rock out together. Like, who is Jey like carpooling with now? Because your brother's not there. And then, are you carpooling with your cousin Naya? But I'm assuming she's carpooling with one of the other girls. Like, I forgot Naya was over there. I forgot, honestly, for a second. And people boo her when she come out. I'm not mad at it. Okay? She does what she got to do in the ring. She looks flawless doing it. Makeup and hair be on point. Like, I'm here for it. But, like, how does that feel? It's like, I don't know. It'll be like a part of you is gone. You know? Like, you know they're there, but they're not there. Like your leg or something get amputated. Like you expect to look to your left or your right, I don't know which way they look, and see your other half basically, and they're gone. Because in my opinion, your twin is your soulmate. You have to learn to live with this person, compromise with this person, and get along with this person for the rest of your life. They are always going to be. And then if you get married, that person is is your understandable partner, but they're not your soulmate. Like, it's certain stuff I feel like that twins understand with their twin versus what a spouse will understand, if that makes sense. Like, I grew up with fraternal twin sisters, and one just shouted out her husband, and she was like, shout out to my husband for being so understanding that a lot of times, like, I spend my time with my sister. They're twins. And she was like, because he understands that my twin is my soulmate. Like, he's a wonderful partner, a wonderful father. I love him beyond anything. But to her husband comes second. Not in a sense of, I want you to dump your husband because I'm your twin, I just said so like that, but because we have such this bond since birth, since the womb, that we have to keep that. We're going to keep that. We're twins. We're one person, even though they're two, even though they're not the same age, they still, you know what I'm saying? And then to marry into someone that understands that is something special, because you're kind of marrying into one and a half persons, if that makes sense. Like, you're marrying who you married, but then half the time you're married to their twin, because their twin is going to be involved a lot into your lives, because they share a bond, so they're going to keep up that bond. That makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense, but to me, that's what I think. Like, how does that feel? You know? And then how does it feel for Solo? Because I've seen interviews with him, and he was like, they're 8 years apart, I think. And he said for the longest, he's been like a loner. So now, how does it feel to have the comfort and support of your older brother, like that you see him 3 times a week? Like, how is that? How is that? Like, those are the questions I would ask. Like, if I was in an interview, I would ask some other random stuff too. Like, but like, how does that feel? Mm-hmm. Anyways, can't wait for deadline tomorrow. Like I said, I hope it meets the expectations or surpass the expectations of last year. Last year was a wonderful surprise because I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. Like I mentioned, I only watched it because my son, like the Bloodline and Alpha Academy, is obsessed with New Day. Okay, and he saw Kofi and Woods was going to be on there. We didn't even know who Pretty Deadly was at the time, and we ended up watching that. Stand to watch that match. Hilarious match. It was a good match, and then we ended up watching all of them in that cave thing. I don't know what that's called. The Gauntlet. I think that's what it's called. And then, which was a phenomenal. And then we watched Braun versus, yeah, because that's how I found out. Because Melo was a fan favorite, and then Grayson won, I think, by one more pinfall. So when he got drafted, I was like, I don't remember, but then I remember the boot. So then when he comes on SmackDown and he loses most of his, I was like, this is not the Grayson I saw. Like, so, but it is what it is. I just hope that I'm not disappointed. Because if I am, I might try to thug it out and watch the whole thing. But knowing me, I'm not, I can't. I can't do it. I can't thug it out and watch the whole thing. It took me forever to watch the first Captain America, because I couldn't get past the first 15-20 minutes. It took for all of us, like uh, my it took for me and a group of people to sit there and watch. It was like, oh, we're gonna watch a movie, and I ain't picked the movie, and I was like, okay. And I sat there and I didn't get up because I didn't want to be rude. And I was like, okay, it was better than I thought. But I was like, I couldn't get past this part. Like, if that's me. If I can't get past it, I'm not gonna watch it. I'll just cut it off. I can watch all the highlights on YouTube and hear about it on Tuesday. So, I just wonder what surprises are gonna. I also tweeted the fact that they said Roman's gonna be in Wisconsin, which that could have sworn they went to Wisconsin like 2 months ago. Anyways, I'm like, how ironic is it for him to be going there? 49ers and Packers fans are real huge rivals. I know I was a huge Packers fan because I was a huge Brett Favre fan when he was a QB there. And my uncle's a 49ers fan, and we go at it, okay? This was before I became a Ravens fan. But when they play in NFC, I still root for them. Um, and I'm like, he's a huge 49ers fan. How do they keep getting him to come back to Green Bay? Like, we don't hardly ever see him in California, but he's been in Wisconsin twice these last 2 times. Like, why? It was like, is it torture? What is it? What are we doing? But not no pain, no gain. Yep, it sure is. Gladys Knight and the Pips. But yeah, so I was like, that's funny. To me, I found that funny. Cause when Paul had the Packers belt, I was like, what is that? I'm like, you about to go back there. Like, they be doing you dirty, dog. They could have at least had you go the week after. Like, hold on, today is the what? Oh, today. Oh, so next week will be the 15th. They're probably filming next week for the 15th and the 22nd, I would assume. And then they won't have to film again until 1st. Because I'm pretty sure they're not coming. The 29th, they'll probably show the best of Smackdown or something like that. Because I know they do like the New Year's Day or the New Year's Eve. And that kind of would suck because New Year's Day is on Monday. So if you work Raw, you can't even get drunk for real. Like, because what you got to be there by what? 2, 3 o'clock? Well, you could get drunk. Well, you have to skip a workout if you do. Whatever city they have it in, hopefully it's somewhere fun like Vegas or like DC, a major city that's going to be lit. New York, DC, Boston, Miami, Vegas. I heard Kansas City, Missouri be lit. Somewhere in Texas, like where you can go and out and have fun and be drunk, but not enough to be hungover. Or if you're gonna drink a lot, drink water in between. Or take 2 ibuprofen before you go to bed and down it with ginger ale. That's what I used to. So you don't wake up with a hangover or a headache. Do that. Then you could drink and wake up and live your best life. You know, if you had to wrestle on Monday on Raw. So, yeah. I'm kind of upset with wrestling right now because, like I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned on video or just on Twitter that WWE and AEW is trying to take all my coins between January and March, and I'm not appreciative of this. April, because I was like, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to Royal Rumble in Tampa. My mom stays like 40 minutes away. She moved to Florida, back to Florida in February, and then I was like, and then February I got Smackdown in Charlotte, which is 2.5 hours away. I did mention this on the video because now I'm saying it out loud. Then I was like, then Raw it comes here to Raleigh, which I'm not mad at. But then I'm like, AEW has something in February. Was it February? And then they have Sting's last match in Greensboro in March. I'm going to that. Going to that. I'm a huge Sting. I love Sting. Going to that. But I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to Smackdown or Raw. Knowing my son will be going to Raw because he loves Jey. So I'm like, and then I was trying to take him to WrestleMania in Philly because most of my family that I grew up with is in Philly or DC. And Philly it was a 2.5 hour drive from DC. So we used to be like, okay. I don't know. That's why I'm upset with wrestling right now. I had to figure out either the WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble situation. But I know for sure I'm going to the Greensboro jump, and I'll probably go to the Raw jump. So, I don't know. If you see me, say hey. My hair won't look like this. I had to take it out. See my braids right here. I need to color my hair too. My color is gone. But thank you guys for listening to my Wrestling and Rants. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Even if it's raining or whatever and you decide to stay in the house, do what you want to do. If you want to be in the house and have a dance party, do that. If you want to write, cook and eat like nobody's watching, binge watch stuff on the couch and fall asleep on your couch that you barely sit on because you work all the time, do it, okay? If you want to take out the good china and cook a meal and eat on the good glasses and stuff, do it, okay? Because how often you gonna be able to use it? It's glass in my mama house. We ain't never used. We used to use like Thanksgiving. That's it. We don't use it no more. Didn't bought all that good stuff for no reason. Do it. Life's too short. Okay. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your weekend. If you go outside, be safe because flu, RSV, COVID, all that's going around. People don't know how to act because it's Christmas. Some are stressed out because it's Christmas. And then some people are going to every Christmas party just spreading all types of viruses. So, yeah. Do what you do. Have fun doing it. Be safe doing it. Love you all. Bye.